Have you guys ever had problems with rodents, mice, squirrels, etc. at your property? Well, we sure did. So we got a solution that we've started about a year ago, and we're gonna do it all over again to show you guys how to get rid of them too. So what is this magical way that we can solve our rodent problem? Well, it is this brand new go away rodents. Well, if that sounds too good to be true, it's because it is. It is not that simple, but it is really simple. So the solution is actually cats, honey. It's not as easy as a spray bottle for sure, but it's actually pretty easy and affordable for most people. Okay, we got these two cats from our shelter, and you can get most of them from your shelters as well. You can typically get cheap feral cats that they catch that are strays, or you can get normal ones like we got here. These are a few months old, and we spent about 30 bucks, and they got fixed, and they got pain meds and everything. So they're pretty inexpensive. Now you're gonna ask, well, how do you train them to be stone cold killers? It's actually pretty simple. So after you get your cats, it's pretty simple, or really you want to start before, because you need to create some sort of shelter in your garage. We used to have a big, large kennel that we used, which is typically meant for big dogs like Shiloh, our Great Pyrenees, but we used that one before. This time, we don't have that one available because Shiloh uses it inside the house. So took some 2x4s, we used these stained and treated ones as well as some chicken wire, and hinges and a door and everything for the front, and we made this shelter. There's no bottom, but we just put blankets and stuff. All you need is something as simple as that, where they can have some shelter, which for now is just the kennel that we brought them home in, a place for a litter box, and some food and water. And that's all you need for the first 2 months. Yes, so for 2 months, they are gonna stay right here in our garage in this structure. That is very important because you want them to have like a home base kind of to where they can come back to once they're let out. Step 1 will be making a shelter and getting your cats. Step 2 is gonna be leaving them in there for 2 months. Yes, you wanna take them out to give them their meds, make sure to keep their food and water filled and their litter box clean. That's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. For 2 months, don't skimp on this. Like I said before, that 2-month figure is actually very important because after the 2 months, for step 3, you're going to simply open this door, but close the garage door. We have a cat door in our garage over here. We're gonna close that. We want them to stay in the garage for at least a couple of weeks. This helps them slowly expand their circle of where they're living and helps them to know that they can come right back here for food and water and everything else at night. So this is their home base. This also makes sure that they don't go very far. So step 4 is gonna be giving them free range and putting them to work. Yes, if you've done the math, that's about 2.5 months. So it is some time invested, but in all reality, the amount of money we spent outside of the shelter with food and water for that 2.5 months is less than $100. The shelter, I don't know, probably about 100, 150 bucks, depending on what kind of tools you have and that kind of stuff. I did put some nice feeders and waters in there. You can get links to those in the description below on Amazon. They're actually really good, and we've used them for other outdoor cats as well. Same thing if you need a litter box, any other supplies at all, check the links below for those. Then after that, after they're free range, they are working kittens. The big rule of thumb here though is that you don't want to provide them too much food because they won't rely on chasing down animals outside. Basically during the winter time, I'm gonna make sure to provide them as much food as they need. But during the spring and summer months, I'm gonna cut back on the food a little bit to make sure that they go out and hunt for their food. This is very important so they learn that that's what their job is to do. And I'll be honest, I was a little freaked out because I've never had outdoor animals like that before at all. So I was wondering, will they come back? And the answer is yes, they actually do come back. Come back every night for food, water, sometimes use the restroom inside. But the cats that we have had here are actually very friendly and very nice, and they've done an amazing job. Since we've gotten our cats, we haven't seen any sort of rodents in the past year to year and a half or so, and it's been awesome because we have chicken feed, goat feed, we have kids outside, we have everything, and we don't want them eating all the food. That'd be pointless. We don't want to provide for a rat population out here. So I highly recommend doing this. If you guys have any questions about this or doing this yourself or have any success doing this, put a comment below. Let me know how it's going and if you need any help whatsoever. But this is a huge part to our farm, so we really appreciate it. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll talk to you guys next time.